YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Cali, and today we're here to talk about Cobra Kai Season 5, Episode 1, entitled Long, Long Way From Home. Alright? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise, 3 favorite scenes, the grade, and then we on to the next one, right? So, again, Cobra Kai Season 5, Episode 1, entitled Long, Long Way From Home. Alright? Now, in this episode, we start off with the new Cobra Kai ad. You feel me? Like the new little trailer that they got. You know what I'm saying? Representing Cobra Kai, letting people know that, you know, we still here, we stronger, we're expanding the brand, and you know what I'm saying, although we keep our old ways, you know what I'm saying, we're coming up with new things, you know what I'm saying, that we got the best of the best over here. So you might as well come and join, you know. So we start off with seeing a Cobra Kai commercial, and then you know, so you obviously can see Terry wants everybody to know that, you know what I'm saying, Cobra Kai is a place to be. You know what I'm saying, he wants more recruits there, and you know, he wants everybody else to know that he's shining. You know, why they not. Then we see Chosen, and he's actually swimming in Daniel-san. He's swimming in Daniel-san pool, bro. But he's swimming in there naked, bro. Like, what the bro, Amanda ends up seeing Chosen, and she was just like shocked because that fool came out the pool naked, and he's like, "Oh, hi." I was like, "Yo, like this fool is stupid. Like he don't even realize like what he's doing." You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, Amanda ends up talking to Daniel about Chosen living there, and you know, just the whole thing of like, well, you were supposed to be done with this. This was already supposed to be handled. Now you got to do this whole other like little thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like he's just like trying to let her know that, look, like, you know, I'm just trying to do this. Want to get this through, and then everything go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? So, but we can see this is kind of like a problem. You feel me? Then we pick up in Mexico, and we see Miguel getting off this bus, and he's still looking for his dad, of course. Miguel ends up running into some guys that, you know, they seem like they were wholesome dudes. You feel me? Like he was trying to get information as far as like, hey, you know, where do I go to find this? You know, because he was trying to find a specific place where I guess he thought his father would be. So the guys end up, you know, taking a map out, circling the place that he wants to go. But as they do this, they steal his backpack. But he doesn't know at first. So at first they're like, well, the guy, like the white dude, he's like, yo, well, you know, because we helped you out, we gave you directions. You think you could throw us a few pesos? And then he's like, okay, yeah, here. And then so Miguel gives him $5, and the dude's like, all right, thank you. He's like, hey, hold on, before you leave. We found this bag, you know what I'm saying? How much do you think you'll give us for this? And it's the bag that Miguel came with. So they obviously stole that from him. And now they're trying to punk him and make him pay for the bag back. Although I know Miguel could have took all those dudes by himself, he kept it humble. He gave the dudes the cash. He kept it pushing. Then we see Johnny and Robbie, and they're on their way to Mexico. Or they're in like Mexico now, basically. Now Robbie doesn't know that, you know, they're in Mexico so that Johnny can find Miguel. Johnny has kind of played it in a way of where, you know, this is gonna be father and son bonding time. You feel me? Like, let's, you know, and I don't want to leave you at home by yourself, you know. So come with me to Mexico because that's where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of played it off like that and did not let Robbie know that, hey, I'm actually going to Mexico to find Miguel, to bring him back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or to make sure he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, they're in Mexico, they're chilling, you feel me, having a good time for the time being. Then we pick up with Miyagi-Do as Daniel ends up talking to his students and telling them that he's going to be closing down the dojo, and this breaks all the students' hearts, and you know Samantha really feels a certain way about this. You know what I'm saying, especially knowing that because of her losing the last match against Tori, that's what made Miyagi Do have to shut down pretty much. And then I guess besides that, like Daniel, knows who Terry is, and knows what type of duty he is, and knows what type of time he's on, and he just doesn't want like his students, yet alone his daughter, to have to deal with some type of shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? So he figures he'll handle this situation by himself, with Chosen. You know what I'm saying? Um, So then we pick up with Miguel arriving to the place that he was led to by those guys that had punked him earlier. So he goes to this place. It's like a little like bar or whatever. He ends up finding this guy in the back, and I guess he either thinks that is his father, or knows that that dude would have some information about like his father or something like that, or at least about his mother or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to talk to the dude. The dude like is kind of whatever towards him, and then after a while, like the dude is like, look, like I don't know who Carmen is. I don't. So he's saying like I don't know who your mom is. I don't know who you are. You feel me? Like I don't have the information that you want, so you need to leave. And then I guess like the dude's cousin ends up like stepping up to Miguel and like grabbing him, and then Miguel freaking defends himself and pretty much like takes care of the guy, and then he ends up leaving because the dude that he was talking to in the beginning was like, look, like, you got you stood up for yourself, and that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what you want. You know what I'm saying? The information that you want, I don't know it. I don't have it. So either you get out of here in one piece, or you leave in three pieces. You feel me? By force. And so Miguel's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave. So he leaves. Um, And then after that, simultaneously, Robbie ends up finding out from Johnny the real reason why they're in Mexico. So he ends up finding out that Johnny's really there in Mexico to find Miguel and make sure he's okay and bring him back to the States. And so Robbie's kind of pissed. He's like, look, like you could have told me this a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? Because you already know that Robbie and Miguel don't really get along. But Robbie's like, you could have told me this a long time ago. You got me out here thinking that this is father and son bonding time, you feel me? But this is really just you having to go do something that you want to do. And Johnny's like, no, like for real, like this is really father and son bonding time, you know what I'm saying? But I messed up with Miguel and I gotta find him. And rather than you just being home by yourself, I'd rather you come with me, you know what I'm saying? So then they, that's how that scene ends or whatever. And then Johnny and Robbie almost crash while they're having this talk, while they're driving that van or whatever. And then we see that they're good and everything like that, but what ends up happening is the car ends up getting like damaged, so they have to fix certain things in order to get it running again. So they start working on that together. Then we see Daniel and Chosen talking about getting Terry. You feel me? Like we got to get him back. We got to get it back at him, man. It's up to me and you, Chosen, and blah 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 blah. So they're coming up with a plan to handle Terry by themselves. And then Chosen tells Daniel to take him to Terry. You feel me? Like, I'm not scared. Take me to Terry. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll handle this right now. And then we see Samantha in another room, and she's training by herself. And she's training and imagining and also looking at the footage of when she lost to Tori in the tournament. And so, this is definitely something that's on her mind, definitely something that's bugging her. And, she's training to get better to make sure that doesn't never happen again. Even though we all know that, Terry did pay that ref to make Samantha lose that fight. So if that didn't happen, I think Samantha would have won, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, But she didn't win fair and square, you know what I'm saying? And Tori knows that. Samantha doesn't know that though. Um, and then we see Miguel, and he ends up calling Samantha, and they kind of catch up for a second, and she's like, like, you need to, let your mom know what's going on, and everybody's worried about you, and you didn't even let me know what's going on. He's like, yeah, what I'm saying, I know you guys care about me, you guys love me, and you guys would have tried to stop me from doing what I'm doing, but I have to do what I'm doing. And you know Samantha's like, well, you didn't even ask me how the fight went with Tori. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you even care? It affected a lot. And Miguel's like, how can you try to turn the situation into something about you? Like, I'm over here trying to deal with the emotions of not having my true father around, and I'm trying to go and find him by myself on my own. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. Right? And so they kind of get into like a disagreement, a little argument. And so what ends up happening is Samantha ends up hanging up on Miguel. And then Miguel ends up seeing someone else. And he thinks that it's his father as well. I think the dude's name is like Hector or something like that. But he kind of thinks that this dude is his father. So he kind of like stalks him like from a distance. You feel me? Trying to like see what's going on in his life and everything like that. And then we go back to Robbie and Johnny, and they fix the van, and Robbie and Johnny end up talking, and Johnny's like, look, what I'm saying, I'm sorry that I wasn't in your life. He's telling us to Robbie, I'm sorry I wasn't in your life, and I screwed up a lot, what I'm saying, and I'm trying to make up for that, and I want to make up for that, and I'm going to make up for that as long as you allow me to do so. But at the same time, I screwed up with Miguel as well. You know what I'm saying? So I have to correct my wrongs. The reason why he's even out here really is because I messed up myself. So I got to correct my wrongs. I got to go after him and make sure he's good, or, make sure he's okay, bring him back to the States if I can. And so, this kind of like, kind of pushes Robbie to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Because Robbie's going through the same thing that Miguel's went through. You feel me? They both were without their dad when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? So he gets the situation. And he also sees that his dad is trying to mend his relationship with him as well. So, you know. But anyways, Carmen ends up calling Johnny and lets him know that Samantha actually did talk to Miguel for a second, and they're kind of catching up about what's going on and everything like that in general. And then after that, we got Daniel and Chosen, and they actually go to the Cobra Kai dojo, and we see like we see Kenny in the front, you know what I'm saying, welcoming new people in there, and other people in the front welcoming new people to the dojo, trying to get them to sign up and stuff like that. And then Chosen ends up seeing Terry training in the dojo, and as he's looking at him fight, he's like, "Yo, like these fighting techniques, this fighting style is very familiar. You feel me? Like I've seen this before." And he tells that to Daniel, and then he's like, "This fighting style is Kim Sung Young's like type of fighting style." And then Daniel has a flashback to when Terry came to Daniel and Mr. Miyagi and was telling them about, hey, I know who you are, Mr. Miyagi, and my teacher Kim Sung Young like knows you very well. Da 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 da. So then they flash back to the present time, and then Daniel's like, "Oh, I thought he was just making that stuff up or whatever it may be." But and then Chosen's like, "No, like this dude was the real deal." You feel me? So this kind of like makes Chosen be like, you know what, this ain't gonna be as easy as I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Um, and Chosen ends up saying like to Daniel, we need to be like Terry in order to beat him. You feel me? We gotta kind of kill the snake with snake mentality. You feel me? Um, so then from there we go back to Miguel, and he's following the guy. I think, like I said, I think his name is Hector, if I'm not mistaken. But he's following the guy. He ends up seeing that the guy has a girlfriend, and the guy has a son as well, a girlfriend or wife, whatever it may be, and the guy also has a son as well. And then his son is like playing with the soccer ball. The soccer ball ends up getting kicked to Miguel, so Miguel, kicks the soccer ball back to the little kid, and we end up finding out the little kid's name is Luis. And so he tells him like, hey, how's it going, bro? Da, 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 da. And he's just trying to like make convo because this could actually be, his like little brother. You know what I'm saying? But the little Luis is shy or whatever, so he runs back to like his dad and his mother, and then you still have Miguel still watching them from a distance. So then we go back to Johnny and Robbie. Johnny ends up finding a lead on Miguel because he ends up finding the dudes that punked Miguel earlier. And right before going to talk to the dudes, Johnny's like, to Robbie, like, look, like, I appreciate you doing what you did, and I'm sorry that I didn't tell you the true meaning of why, like, I really brought you here and everything like that. But at the same time, we did bond a bit, and like I said, I gotta make sure that Miguel is good. So you go ahead. The trains are gonna be coming soon. You feel me? And you can go back to the States, and I'll handle my business here, and I'll see you when I get back to the States. And so, we're thinking that pretty much Robbie's going to leave, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, Johnny then goes to the dudes and talks to them, and they try to pull the same thing that they pulled on Miguel, but Johnny ain't having that. So Johnny ends up having to fight the dudes. He starts fighting them, and then all of a sudden, Robbie hops in, and it's Robbie and Johnny versus the like 3 or 4 dudes or whatever. And then Robbie and Johnny, they handle business. You know what I'm saying? They ain't playing around, bro. Father and son connection, bro. You know what I'm saying? The best of the best. You know what I'm saying? Getting down. So yeah, that was cool. So they handle that situation, and then they end up. Hold on. Yeah, so they handle that situation. Then we go back to Miguel, and he's still following, the guy Hector from a distance. His wife Hector and Luis. And all of a sudden, they're like walking down the street, and like I said, Miguel's kind of behind them. And all of a sudden, Luis is like playing, he's kicking his soccer ball, and he ends up kicking into the middle of the street. And so he ends up trying to go get it, and then a car comes by and is about to hit him. So Miguel thinks quickly, grabs Luis, brings him back to his parents. You know what I'm saying? Hector's like, oh, thank you so much, da 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 da. And the wife is like, oh, thank you so much. How can we repay you? At least let us, like, come eat dinner with us at our house. You know what I'm saying? So, Miguel's like, all right, whatever, it's cool. Because, he's trying to fill out the dude to make sure that, he's his father. And also, once he knows that this is his father, if it really is, he's going to eventually want to tell him, like, hey, I'm your son or whatever it may be. So what better way to be introduced to your dad, without him knowing that that he is your dad, by saving his other son, you know what I'm saying? So they end up seeing Hector, his wife, Luis, and Miguel walk off to go back to the Hector's house so that he can, have dinner with Miguel and his family. And then we go back to Robbie and Johnny, and we end up finding out that Robbie's gonna actually stay and help his father to find Miguel. You feel me? Like, even though he doesn't get along with Miguel, he knows that this is an important thing to Johnny, and he knows that Johnny's really trying to fix the situation between the two, between him and himself. So, you know, he's all aboard. He's gonna help out. So that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Then we jump back to Terry, and he's trying to find more senseis to teach, for the Cobra Kai dojos, because there's not just one Cobra Kai dojo no more. There's multiple, and then there's going to be more students, of course. So therefore, he needs more senseis, and so he's talking to a line of senseis, and we end up going to the last person that he talks to in the line, and it's Chosen, bro. So obviously, this is part of the plan that Chosen and Daniel made, pretty much to infiltrate, you know what I'm saying, the bad spot and pretend like you a bad guy, but you really a good guy, and you gonna bring them down from the inside. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what that's entail. That's basically what that's telling me. Um, so yeah, man, that's basically the premise of this first episode, man. My three favorite scenes would be Chosen and Daniel. Um, when um, when he's well, pretty much all their stuff, but basically when they go to the dojo, and Chosen ends up telling Daniel about the dude Kim Kim Sun Young. I thought that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like finding out, stuff, and then they tied it to the previous movie, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a pretty cool scene, and just all the scenes with Chosen and Daniel thus far was like really really cool. And Chosen's like a really funny dude as well. My second favorite scene would be Robbie and Johnny when they fought the guys that were con artists. You saw, like that. That just was a cool scene. Father and son taking out the con artists, bro, and they handle business. You know what I'm saying? They definitely handle business, bro. I want to see more stuff like that for sure for this season. My third favorite scene would be Chosen joins Cobra Kai, and you're like, yo, like this fool was about to infiltrate the system and take it down from inside, bro. Like you ain't, I know what you're doing, bro. I know what you're doing. Other people may be stupid and not know what he's doing, but come on, bro. So that'll be three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this, man, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10, man. 8.5 out of 10 for sure. Definitely not a bad start. Definitely above average. I definitely did enjoy myself in this episode. And if this is just the beginning, the middle and the end are gonna be just, scrumptious. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to watch the rest of this, man. Daniel-san, we back in this thing, baby, and I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, bro. I'm so happy, man. I'm loving the way the season's going, and hopefully we get another season after this. But I'm loving the way the season's going. So yeah, man. If you guys saw the episode, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Callie. Until next time.